All right, here we go.
Leave it in.
3, 2, 1. Years ago, our three hosts began a journey together as they watched all the Ernest films and TV shows in chronological order for a podcast. As that quest neared its end, our heroes were entrusted with the holy grail of all things Ernest, the binders of unmade Ernest movie ideas. Having been blessed with this sacred text from the creators and writers of the Ernest franchise, they decided to share the treasures within with the world. They formed the Ernest P. Worrell Preservation Society and will gather regularly to discuss these films that never were. They are the bookkeepers of the binders, the purveyors of power tools. They are the Ernest P. Worrell Preservation Society. It's going to be a veritable extravaganza. Comprendo? Welcome, listeners, to the EPWPS.
That's what I always call it.
Yeah.
Without fail.
It's an acronym. It stands for the Ernest P. Worrell Preservation Society. I am your humble host, Dustin, joined, of course, by my favorite Vernonites in the Tri-County area. Actually, we'll call it the whole state.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
I'm gin drinking Jason.
He certainly is.
Whoops.
Oh, what you getting on you?
He's Jitty Belcher.
I'm good.
Jason.
That's Jason. He's in a hood.
Yeah, it's cold. For some reason, it's cold where we are. So I put my coat back on.
Yeah.
All the heat escapes through my head, so I put a hood up.
That's why I wear a hat all the time.
Right.
And I haven't gotten a haircut since my wedding in July.
I can tell.
I know.
Let's see. Let's turn your head a little bit. Do a live and turn your head.
You're getting the curls, man.
I'm getting.
Yeah, I've got something. I'm gonna unveil my hair too a little bit. It's
okay.
It's coming in.
Okay.
I used to be called Locks of Love Jason.
Yes.
My hair was pretty long.
And
not super long, but it was longer. It might be. I don't know. We'll see. It might be coming back.
I don't like how long mine is.
Is not.
Yeah, yours is,
This is
just so
very long for me.
That's Derek, by the way.
Hey, Derek.
Oh, hi. Hey.
Do you go somewhere and get your hair cut? Because no offense, like you have a haircut that I feel like it could be done like
With a Flowbee like George Clooney's.
Yeah.
Is he really Floby?
It's sucking my will to live, man.
It certainly does suck.
Twing.
I do. I go to a barber because she does like the straight razor
Okay.
up the back.
Andrea
and sides.
Barber.
Is Andrea Barber your hairstylist?
Is Kimmy Gibbler your stylist?
It is not.
Oh, okay.
It is not.
If you go to
It'd
Netflix,
be kind of cool if it was.
Be neat.
if you got multiple accounts on Netflix, you can put like your name on there and take a picture. My picture is, no joke, of Kimmy Gibbler, and my name is Gibbler.
You know what? She aged all right.
Yeah.
When Fuller House came on, I was like, all right, Gibbler, I see you.
All right, let's get into it.
We already talked Full House last episode.
We got more.
I got more to say
this
about
this is part 2.
Jimmy Sweeten.
Can I throw some Gibbler in real quick?
Okay.
Yeah.
First of all, Kimmy Gibbler, hilarious. Like she is the Jim Carrey rubber face of Full House. She cracks me up.
I'll agree.
Second of all, like years, a decade, maybe more after the end of Full House, were her and Dave Coulier in like some kind of like video thing online. And,
I don't know.
Did they kiss?
I thought he was just getting blowjobs in a theater.
Theater.
No, that's just from a record.
Yeah.
You ought to know.
But yeah. That album had more #1 hits than any other record of all time.
Yeah, now it's a Broadway musical.
I did not
Tony
know that.
nominated.
I had no
Wait, are you
idea.
serious?
I am dead serious.
Do you guys not know?
It's
I
one of
wanna
like
get back to
3
that, though.
shows that opened this year.
Did that
Last
happen?
year.
Do you guys know anything about that?
I
Dave
don't.
Coulier and Andrea Barber.
Cut it out.
You
That was
say it,
America's
and it
Funniest
sounds
People.
familiar, like it might have been a Funny or Die bit.
But I thought I heard where they were like playing a couple or had kissed in it, and I was like, if that's true, how weird would that be for like Dave Coulier? Like, oh yeah, I remember when you were 12 and on a show that I was on, and I'm kissing you.
Sure.
You just gave me.
I think I have a boner.
We're back, folks. It's
Welcome to 2021. Woo!
we're here. We've got some beverages, and we are here to discuss what was voted on by our patrons as our next episode, and it's actually going to be episodes. 2-parter for Lima beans.
It's a big old chunk. Not as big as I said in the previous episode. You gave us a stack that contained lima beans and then the entire treatment of Ernest and the Water Baby.
That's
I was confused.
next.
And I was like, my God in heaven.
I thought that too.
Stat.
I was like, oh God.
And you had sent a text. I was like, maybe this isn't 2 episodes worth of content.
Yeah.
But it's front and back
And then
pages,
I separate.
about like 9 or 10 pages. It's a good chunk. It's not nearly as long.
Yeah, you
as
guys
Water Baby.
you have double-sided. I have a single.
Good for
mine.
you.
Yeah,
Well,
I like killing trees. I don't. Thanks for that slow clap.
It's kind of a medium pace.
Yeah, I didn't want to go too slow.
I know you do.
Whack it right off.
See that shampoo bottle over there? Nothing else will be said about it.
So, yeah, it's January. We're starting the year off with, some good stuff. We already did
Some good stuff.
Cruising with Ernest, which came out as of recording time. We actually did a sneak preview last night and released it as soon as I was done editing, but it actually comes out on Monday.
Why did you do that? Were you just so excited about that
Yeah,
episode?
I got it done, and it was like, you know what? Let's throw it out there and just see who is just chomping at the bit for our content.
Did you get any bit chompers?
We did. We
Anybody
actually
hungry for the tent?
we had about half of what we will usually get on a release day already downloaded and listened to it. So
People are earnest.
that's
hungry.
encouraging, you know.
They're thirsty.
Yeah, we're not even a year into it, and we got people that if you're following us on the social media, you know, we may do things like that. And if you're a patron, you always get early access to the episodes. And the YouTube videos, if you're watching this right now, those go up before the episodes come out as well. So this is uncensored. If you're watching the video, if you're listening to the episode, it will be edited unless you are one of our, Dr. Otto and Aster Clement patrons. They get the uncensored raw audio is how I
Cock,
label it.
balls.
Gee, good Lord, man.
Yeah. They like it raw.
I like it raw.
Like
hey, like it raw.
That's my Bullwinkle. That's my Dave
That's
Coulier.
pretty good. Well, Lima Beans it's not a movie. It's a TV series, Rich.
It's not the movie film.
And because of that, I think it possibly makes it the most unique thing that we'll cover on this podcast.
Yeah. And guess what? We got no official information about this at all.
You reached out. We're on a text chain with Daniel Butler, who I strongly suspect created this. But
there are a couple things there I'm like, it feels like Dan.
It was crickets, man.
Yeah, crickets. I hope he's okay. Like, we haven't heard from him for a while. Like,
He may still be camping in the woods
He
somewhere.
pops up here and there. He's
Get
looking
signal
grizzled.
and-
Yeah. He's definitely grizzled.
He's very grizzled.
Yeah, Sheriff Binder. You think I look like I need a haircut and a shave?
Yeah.
Daniel Butler's putting me
I'm
to
just
shame.
waiting
Take a shave.
for the camera to press in on you as you're staring at it. And you just do one of these just to...
Like tease
You're
out
really
the
going
beard
full
here.
neck.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because I wear a neck gaiter at work, so nobody sees anything below this. So I just let it grow.
You should do some face tattoos. I would.
Oh yeah.
I would clean shave, face tattoo,
Full Malone.
grow it back out. Go full Malone.
Full Malone.
Fulma.
Fulma.
Go Fulma loan. Do you guys do Fulma loans at the bank?
Yeah.
You do Fulma loans?
I think so.
What's the
What's your
APR on that?
What's your credit score?
That's not good.
Oh, okay.
No,
That's gonna.
I'll tell you my credit score. It just went up like 40 or 50 points for seemingly no reason.
You got that stimulus.
Maybe I'm at 787 is my credit score, and it just rocketed up like 40 or 50 points, and it always says here are the reasons why, and it never helps me. Those reasons never help. Why did my credit score increase?
I might have sacrificed some of my stimulus if they could have applied half of it to my credit score.
Yeah,
I might have. I could
No,
refinance this house.
Maybe I should do that because I have a good credit score, and I have no debt.
Yeah,
thankfully.
I cannot say.
I would.
Yeah. You'd refinance?
Yeah.
I'm at like a 3.75, 3.5.
Oh, I am much higher than that.
I'll leave it where it is.
They might be
in a couple ways.
They might be a little bit more aggressive now. I'd at least look into it, especially.
Okay,
with
because I was on a 30-year fixed.
I like.
I'm
on a 30-year random.
Oh boy,
Rando.
You gotta get off that random.
Yeah.
You know what a mortgage for
1 month I've got a 0.5% interest.
Let's compare interest rates to bitches. What's better, a fixed one or a random one? Random one's more fun. Fixed one, you ain't running into much trouble.
What kind of interest rate you want on your house?
Another fun thing that is going on in this episode is we got our Ernest Goes Bananas t-shirts.
Yes.
That was a seamless transition, by the way.
I try.
Do you guys want to do a quick stand-up a piece? Because you guys are wearing the same shirt, different colors.
Oh.
Ernest Goes Bananas, and it was, who created these? Adam?
Azul.
Yes.
Amarillo.
Adam Daniels designs all our shirts, and we have it available in children's sizes, women's, men's, unisex, hoodies, all that fun stuff. All you gotta do is go to storefrontier.com/seeingernest, and you can get one of these bad boys for 20 bones.
Promo code Bill Cosby, save you 20%.
No promo code necessary. No hashtag no code. Worst
Promo
Pearl
code
Jam album ever.
Pearl Jam. Love Pearl Jam.
All right, you know their name is a reference to jism, correct?
I thought it was a hallucinogenic jelly that one of their grandmothers used to make.
Oh, I heard it.
It could be loads, though.
Ejaculate.
I think you're thinking of that Metallica album. Where
Metallica.
Yeah,
Or
I heard
it's
you talking
load.
about that.
Or it's blood and jism, yeah.
Yeah.
The Justice for All episode. You've really
Great episode.
talked about that a lot.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Always nice to meet a fan.
What can I say? I'm awestruck.
So, Lima beans. In a tiny Missouri town, Ernest, along with a cast of eccentric characters, encircles the life of a dislocated merchandising executive, Tom Riggins. Parentheses, our Andy Griffith.
Now we're going to set up some stuff. This is a 2-part episode, and it is unlike anything we'll probably read going forward. It's kind of an outline for a TV show. So we're going to have different sections. People are probably thinking, what do they get? If it's a TV show, how are they going to present this to us? Well, that's the overview.
Yeah.
That's the elevator pitch right there.
Correct.
But going forward, we have information, kind of like a rough outline.
Mm-hmm.
We've got characters we're going to dive into. We've got settings. And then we've got ideas for actual individual television shows.
And that'll be part 2.
The ideas for the shows themselves, the separate shows, will be the second
That's
episode.
the deuce.
We gotta learn all about the setting and who are these people we're gonna be seeing on a weekly basis?
I would say so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It says it takes place in Missouri,
Missouri.
which we had.
The show me state.
Yes, we had one Ernest movie take place in Missouri, in Briarville, and that is Scared Stupid.
Oh.
Scared Stupid.
Are these always fake places, or is Briarville a real place?
I don't think it's real.
I wouldn't be surprised if there is one.
All right.
Sounds real.
Yeah.
I'd buy it for $1.
So we've got the little preamble here, and we'll all read a couple paragraphs. Thrifty Dollar is a national merchandise discounter, a la Thrifty Stores, Dollar General. I have a Dollar General literally behind my house.
Stone's throw.
Yeah, I could walk there.
Would you
Hop,
walk
skip,
there?
and a jump.
I have. I don't want to right now.
What do you pick up from the local Dollar General?
Oh, you know, dollar candy,
Mm-hmm.
single serving bags of cereal.
Any dry goods?
Dry goods. We have purchased some cat litter there.
Sure.
What about
Usually,
bolts of calico?
no, there's none of that. Greeting cards are a usual purchase.
Desitin?
I haven't needed any Desitin in a while.
Not for your bum bum?
No. Drew's been out of diapers for
Well, as a
decade
guy,
months
sometimes for yourself.
Oh, I have some Gold Bond medicated powder for that.
Okay,
so.
okay.
I'm a Gold Bond boy.
You're a gold bond?
When I go to Riot Fest and I'm
you
marching
talc up?
from stage to stage
Hot,
in
sweaty,
September, little chafing going on.
Yeah.
You know,
Is that your Astor,
a
Clemens?
little chafing. I don't know. So this Dollar General, it is. Well, it's Thrifty Dollar, but it's basically like Dollar General.
Just to get an idea of what it is.
They are bragging 1,258 stores nationwide and around the world. The secret to their success has been buying hardware stores, drug stores, and general merchandise stores, much like a Fogler's Variety.
It's a callback to
Couch Pilots.
to the Couch Pilots. To you on Couch Pilots?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I try to make these podcasts as incestuous as possible for the listeners.
Get people involved in the entire universe that is Central Illinois
Exactly.
Podcast.
I know one guy in the UK that would get that reference. So, yeah, they're these general merchandise stores in rural communities, and then bringing sophisticated management techniques and expansion to these mom and pop operations. Tom Riggins is one of the savvy takeover generation executives that Thrifty Dollar sends out to the colonies to whip them into shape. Tom has an MBA from Rutgers, so he's a Big Ten boy.
Yeah. NBA, Michael Jordan, Charles Barkley,
Hoop Dreams,
Crown Abdul-Jabbar,
Dan Marley.
Marley and Me, right?
Yeah, John Stockton.
Mm-hmm. The Mailman.
Bobo.
Bobo.
Manute Bol.
His son, Bobo.
His son, Bobo. It's a real name.
We want to make Dustin happy is why we do this show.
Yeah.
And we're doing it.
We're winning.
He's happy.
He is. Let's just look at his
He had a
face.
rough week.
I did have a rough week. Tom has an MBA from Rutgers, a master's from Wharton, 6 years with Sears, and 2 with the upscale Allied chain. Tom brings the most skilled retailing management systems to Thrifty Dollar with the hunger and instincts of a piranha.
Did you guys ever see that movie Piranha?
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Elizabeth Shue's in it, right?
Are you talking about the old one or the?
Oh yeah. Are we talking Roger Corman?
No. The remake
watch
was with Elizabeth Shue.
The 3 Double D.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was called.
Yeah, well,
Because there were boobs in it.
and there was a second. There's a sequel to that one too.
3 Triple D.
Right.
Wasn't Adam Scott in it?
He was in the first one.
Yeah.
But he's beheaded at the last second of the
Spoilers.
first one. Sorry.
Thanks for ruining it for me.
Here's another spoiler. Elizabeth Shue in
Oh,
season
what?
3 of Cobra Kai.
I did your Jaws right.
You
Thank you.
Yeah.
son
A
of
what?
A what?
a what?
Thrifty Dollar has purchased Odom Brothers Clothing and Dry Goods and the adjoining drugstore in Minor Hill, Missouri, replacing both with yet another gleaming Thrifty Dollar superstore. Ruth, would you pronounce that Ruther or Ruther?
Brother.
Yeah.
Ruther Odom, the last living Odom brother, aside from Lamar and Leslie Jr.
Right.
Big Hamilton fan. Of the 7 Odom brothers, Ruther, Luther, Carruthers, Tucker, Hannibal, Frank, and Zippy. I bet Zippy's the youngest.
I love Zippy.
Had just recently passed away. Ruther left 2 stipulations in his will. Jason, what are those stipulations?
Well, I'll tell you what they were. The first one stipulation was for the sale of the business. That was their building must remain a dry goods / general store, so Minor Hill would continue to have the necessities of life.
What are your favorite dry goods? Mine are cereal.
I was gonna say cereal. Darn it.
No surprise to anybody who listens to this program.
Garbanzo beans.
No, this is lima beans.
Oh. Then that.
Okay.
Derek, dry goods.
Big cereal fan.
Yeah.
What's your favorite wet good?
Oh, it can't be discussed here.
Mm-hmm.
Mine's milk.
Yeah.
And lemonade.
Mm-hmm.
Around the corner, fudge is made.
Let's see. Secondly, the second stipulation is the Odom brothers, one faithful employee stay on the payroll so he would not go jobless. Thrifty Dollar had no problem with these quaint prerequisites. In fact, it made negotiations a lot easier and probably brought the price down a good deal.
Do you mean perquisites?
It's definitely, despite my 2 drinks of gin in, I was able to look at the word perquisites and change it into prerequisites.
I was impressed.
Were you prerequisites?
Yes.
Prerequisites.
Like every little town in America, Minor Hill has its own idiosyncrasies, cultural quirks, and then there's no Oxford comma here, and local characters. When you blow past them on the interstate, you can't imagine the bizarre things that might be going on in just a few hundred feet away.
Now, I drove Route 66. I've seen a lot of these
You get a lot of kicks.
towns. A few kicks,
Yeah.
little skips, jumps,
Yeah.
puddle hopping. Yeah,
Goes through Towanda and Lexington.
there are tons of these towns, and yeah, you'll see these cities that time forgot.
Really?
Yeah, the interstate came in and
promised them the world, or took the world from them, right?
Right, basically. That it's just like, well, we got the 5 and dime.
Yeah.
Get you gingham and some hard candy and licorice.
We got a nice new gingham dress.
You want a bag of whorehound? It's a candy.
Keep going.
Okay.
Just keep going.
But this is the type of place we're talking about, and that little, middle America town, it still exists out there.
They're out there.
And Ernest is behind the counter somewhere.
Resident.
But move from a big city in the U.S. to a tiny hamlet, and you might as well be in the Peace Corps with a strange native tribe that eat their own salesmen and have fiberglass insulation for dessert. Minor Hill, Missouri is such a town. But the big news is they're about to get a brand new thrifty dollar store.
Derek, you want to take it home?
Yes. Tom arrives in Minor Hill as both a hero and a villain. Tom is shown just how things are done in Putnam County by his newly inherited employee, Ernest P. Worrell. Compared to San Francisco, Minor Hill might as well be Lower Albania. Tom assumes it's just his missing link tour guide, Ernest P. Worrell. Then he meets the rest of the town. They make Ernest seem like just another citizen as Tom tries to bring logic and deductive reasoning to Minor Hill as a new and different way to approach life. It's not long before the slow-paced, friendly town begins to take the edge off the materialistic yuppie, and Tom learns that... I'm sorry.
Yeah, take that last paragraph again.
Yeah. It's not long before the slow-paced, friendly town begins to take the edge off the materialistic yuppie, and Tom learns things that weren't even electives at Rutgers. Most importantly, how to be human.
Yeah, that's definitely not an elective. What was your favorite elective in community college?
Were they really electives in college?
I don't know. Mine was broadcasting, and that's why I know how to edit.
Speech class.
Did you have Mr. Howell?
I had some lady.
Oh, not Mr.
It was
Howell.
literally 100 years ago.
That's not accurate.
I'm 119.
I don't think you understand how literally.
I don't.
works.
He's Dorian Gray.
Oh.
I have a giant picture in my attic.
Looks like shit.
Are you still cold?
The booze is helping. I feel like by the second episode, I'll be taking the coat off.
Okay.
Perfect.
Next, we're gonna talk about all the citizens that are inside Minor Hill. I imagine how big a town do you think?
Lima Bean roll call.
Like I bet like
500.
Oh, 500. Okay, I was just a little bit more. Probably 500.
So Deer Creek's like 700 people, and that's a little podunk town.
We've got Dollar General here, DG. We've got 1,000 people tops here in town.
I would say between 500 and 1,000 people is what you're gonna find in Minor Hill.
You get a Subway, you get a Casey's, and you get a GDDG.
Well,
that's what you need to start a small town.
If you have a population anywhere on the U.S. map. Oh boy. Hold on. There we go.
A little bit more.
Put the drink over there.
No. Put it right there.
Of course I'm going to drink the rest of it. Of course I am. Population of 500 or more, you're going to have the 1-2 combo of Casey's and Dollar General.
Yeah.
They go together like PB and J.
Yep.
That's it. I think we should, once we break down each one of these characters, though, as
cast
they're
them.
listed here. Well, we could cast them for sure, but I think we should talk about them after.
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
Well, that being said, do we want to talk about Tom? Because he's not really described in this.
No, he's not.
That's a good point.
We want to talk about him real quick and
Riggins.
cast him.
All right. Did anybody come to mind during this description of Tom?
Yeah.
Who?
Scott Bakula.
Oh, I'm in.
A Bakula. Okay. I was saving this gem. I'm with you on Bakula, and I will say Bakula. But I was saving this. This is American South Northern exposure. That's what we're That's what we're dealing with.
Bringo.
That's what we're dealing with. And who was that guy?
Rob Gordon. That's my number 2.
Rob Gordon.
Was it Rob Gordon?
Well, it was
Rob Gordon's the character.
I don't think Gordon. It was Rob something.
Yeah.
Rob
Morrow.
Morrow.
That's it. Yeah.
Rob Morrow was the star of Northern Exposure.
And then there was that other guy from My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
Mr. Big from Sex and the City, right? I mean, I don't know. I've never seen Sex and the
No.
City.
The guy that was like the
Ed
DJ.
Something.
Yeah, that's him.
That's him?
I think
Okay,
so.
maybe I'm thinking of Dr.
No,
Fleischman.
that's not Mr. Big, but he is one of.
There were 2 leads on
Chris
Northern
Noth?
Exposure.
It was a lady, I think.
There was Janine Turner, but there was a
Rob Morrow.
There was a doctor, and then there was like
long-haired
the slacker
guy, Ed
DJ.
something. He was in the Brothers McMillan. I can't remember his last name though.
I can't use my phone because I'm taping our YouTube video. Oh well.
I would say that you'd want a Rob Morrow type. Because this essentially is a fish out of water story, right?
Yeah.
Like so much Doc Hollywood.
Yes.
Oh, I have that movie too.
So I like Bacula. I would say hopefully this would be like late 80s.
Well, didn't we come to the consensus like this is early 90s? So he's coming out of Quantum Leap.
There is a reference in this. We'll get to it eventually, but it references Ernest Goes to Jail. So we know that this was post
like 92-ish.
Yeah, okay. I'm thinking this is around the time where the Disney deal was probably wrapping up. It may have already been terminated, and this was like...
We already got an Emmy for Hey Varney.
Yeah, we had one show. Let's get like a family program instead of a children's program.
Okay.
And we can cross over into primetime, baby.
Nice.
Get that sweet ivory soap bunny.
So
we kind of, up top, we got a little information about Tom, and now we've kind of cast him as Scott Bakula, but there is a myriad of other characters involved here. Is that fair to say?
Oh boy.
Oh yes.
Oh boy.
I'm a potato.
Oh, don't you worry.
That's a Quantum Leap.
You came heavy?
I got a cast list.
Okay, good.
All right, so we start off. Gene and Lester Haber are twins. Oddly enough, they are both 53 years old. They carry on their duties as the mayor of Minor Hill and the owner of the one-car dealership, respectively. Or disrespectively. Gene's political ambitions extend as far as the county line, but he considers himself a part of the state political machine, since he is mysteriously the best fundraiser in the entire Southeast.
That means he breaks thumbs.
That says Southeast. Missouri's Midwest.
I don't know.
Well, Southeast, I'm thinking Florida, Georgia, Carolina way.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Anyways.
Tobacco country.
Yeah. His brother and nemesis, Lester, is the richest man in town and has found culture through art, which he intends to share with us whether we want it or not. So, it says his brother and nemesis, Lester.
Right.
So, we've got like
twin brothers.
Yeah, we got like a Hatfield-McCoy situation in this small town, but they're from the same family tree.
And I feel like they're polar opposites. One's kind of a businessman, and the other guy is like heavily into the
avant-garde.
Yes. So I feel like they're polar opposite twins.
Yeah.
Would you like to see them identical twins played by the same guy?
No, identical twins played by a famous set of twins.
Please.
Conrad and Von Bain.
Conrad Bain from
Different Strokes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know he had a twin.
Yeah, he had a twin brother. They were both actors.
All right, so they're 53 in the 90s. We may have to extend his age a little bit. Mr. Drummond, I feel, was already in his...
Mid-50s?
Mid-50s.
Late 40s, early
when he
50s,
was, you know...
Different Strokes.
Taking in those
Surely,
little boys.
if we can attach a Bain to this, we can make an
Come
exception.
on, we need to legitimize this.
He had a twin brother?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
They both acted?
Here's the thing. I didn't know that, and it's perfect.
And there's a Varney connection, because if you guys remember, our #1 most viewed YouTube video on our channel is some Jim Varney stand-up from the Comedy Shop in like 82-ish or something. It's old. And I had to record it on my phone off of my television. We've got like 50-some thousand views on it, but Conrad Baines pops up at the end of it.
I thought you were going to say that the connection was that Jim Varney had worked at the bicycle shop where Gary Coleman got stuck one evening.
No, him and Dudley never met.
Oh, no, okay, my mistake.
Dudley.
My mistake.
Whoopsie!
All right, so our next resident, you want to read about him?
I would love to. Minor Hill is the home of one of the few remaining drive-in theaters in the U.S., or the world for that matter. The Majestic Drive-In in Trout Farm is the only drive-in theater in the world which never got that modern invention that we all take for granted, the in-car speaker.
The Majestic. Did you ever see that movie with Jim Carrey?
Jim Carrey, yeah, where he's like a war guy who lost his memory.
Yeah, I think it was trying to be like a Capra film or something.
Yeah.
I saw it once.
It felt very old-timey. I think they were doing it on purpose.
I remember kind of liking it, but I've never liked it enough to check it out again.
Who was the old guy?
Walter Matthau, post Ed Wood.
No, it wasn't Walter.
No,
Matthau.
not Matthau.
Not Matthau.
Landau.
Landau, that's
Yeah.
right. I almost said Milton Berle.
Fresh
but it
off that
wasn't
Pinocchio heat with Jonathan
Walter
Schwartz.
Matthau, star of Out to Sea.
Out to Sea.
Great American film.
Do you like boat movies anymore than you did last episode?
No.
Okay.
Derek
Did you
and I
not
are-
see my comment?
Derek and I are
Sorry.
starting our own separate podcast where we watch Boat Trip every week.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Every single week we watch it.
Just see how just how angry I'm gonna get.
Though it is sort of nice that the audio for the movie and the picture can be seen and heard for a 5-mile radius. That way, the folks who can't afford the show can sit in a couple of miles away and still enjoy the latest Hollywood films. But it has also meant that Steve Horniak, the man who owns, operates, and lives beneath the drive-in screen, is totally deaf and always screams at the top of his lungs.
Bill Burr.
No, he's already been cast. You can't do it. We'll find out later who he is. But Steve Horniak, I love this idea. I love the idea that he lives at the drive-in, like below, like some weird underground
subterranean bunker, watching
that.
movies on a projector.
Very funny.
Calls it a garden level apartment. It's
okay.
a bunker.
So early '90s. The guy it's probably another old guy, right? An older fella. Who
I have somebody in mind.
You say it. I'll wait.
Okay.
Derek came ready for this one.
Yeah.
He's got a laundry list here.
Yeah.
Who do you got, Dustin?
All right. So.
Don't you look at my treasures.
Freddie Prinze Sr.?
No. Why am I drawing a blank on his name right now? I'm trying to
describe him and I'll help you.
I'm trying to make it a clear edit. It's the God damn it! It's the drunk guy in Hoosiers. The old guy.
Shit, I haven't watched Hoosiers in almost 20 years.
And
he's Molly Ringwald's dad in Pretty in Pink.
Henry Dean Stanton.
Yes.
Henry Dean Stanton.
That's a good one. That's
Hold
a
on.
good one.
I gotta read. That's getting cut out.
Okay.
So. All right. So if we're talking old guy shouting and stuff, I don't know. I'm just picturing a disheveled Harry Dean Stanton.
Whoa! What?
We're totally hearing this for the first time.
Yeah, great sell, guys.
Blowing my mind.
Harry Dean
Stanton?
What's the great?
What the?
Okay, so I actually really like that one.
Yeah,
but
that's a good one.
You have some on your list too.
I do. I have somebody else who's in the same vein as far as I'm concerned. Vincent. I'm going to try the last name. I always feel like I get it wrong. Vincent Schiavelli.
And please tell me who that is.
Have you seen the movie Ghost?
Yes.
He's the subway ghost. He's also
the tall, lanky
Dr. Vargas from Fast Times.
Yeah, he's
Mr.
in Fast
Vargas.
Times. He has Marfan's disease.
He's one of those Steve Buscemi guys who's like, I'm a weird looking fella, but I'm gonna be a character actor.
Well, it was a disease, so.
I have a weird disease. Marfan's disease?
Marfan's syndrome or Marfan's
I
disease.
just switched to Sanka, so have a heart. It's from Fast Times.
I know.
I'm gonna let you guys sort it out because either of those I think could work.
Okay.
I think either could do. If you can't get Stanton, what are we gonna do? Hey, let me get that guy. We can get that guy from Ghost.
He kind of teaches Patrick
Swayze
how to move things with his in the
we
afterlife.
like the movie Ghost on this show. We have not.
Oh yeah.
We have not cast Whoopsie Goldberg at all, though.
Yet
it's coming.
It's coming.
I'm a big Righteous Brothers fan. I don't know you guys.
Huge fan.
Is that their last name?
They were righteous.
They were righteous.
All right, who we got next?
Well, next we got the high school coach Nathan Birchwell, graduate of the University of Missouri. 1 year nose tackle for the Dolphins, thinks Coach Bear Bryant and Lou Holtz, I have no idea who those are, were anointed by the divine. He would sell his own mother for a running back that weighed 227 and did the 100 in under 7.
Now that's a 100-yard dash in under 7 seconds, right? That's what they're alluding to.
Yeah.
Okay, thank God.
And I'm assuming the two people mentioned there are significant to sports matches.
Yeah.
Sure.
Bear
Okay.
Bryant.
Yep.
Lou Holtz was the coach for Notre Dame. And Bear Bryant.
With the hunchback?
Yes.
That's right.
The
Very
one
same.
and the same. Yeah.
So this is a guy probably around 40 to 50 years old, right?
50, middle age.
I had somebody in mind. They would have to age him up a little bit, and I think the reason I thought of this guy was because of another series that I think has been mentioned before, Freaks and Geeks. But Tom Wilson,
good pull,
Biff.
Who played Biff in the Back to the Future movies. I kind of could see him playing the high school coach.
A similar character to the Freaks and Geeks.
It would be hard to do it then, though. Like you said, age up, and
but he looked great as Trump.
Yeah, I was saying, as Trump.
Yeah, he did.
Play Trump.
He made a great
Back to the Future
Donald
too. He did
Trump.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. as the rich version of Biff.
You're dead, you little snot-nosed brat. Idiot.
Idiot. The best.
Yeah, we don't need to go that old Biff, but like that middle.
That's how he sounded.
No, I know.
Okay.
Okay, so I mean, you guys both seemingly came heavy with this. Do you have a pick for that?
I do have a pick.
I really like the Tom Wilson.
I got a pick.
All right, we'll take a sip first out of your
Pinky's
Superman
extended.
3 cup.
You're damn right. Featuring Richard Pryor, Peoria's own Richard
I have it
Pryor.
on VHS.
I'm sure.
Terry Ross, I think is how you say his
That's
name.
not a real person.
Yes, it is.
Who is that?
I like the cut of Scrubs jib.
Simpsons.
Yes.
All right, so what do you?
He was the head football coach in Dazed and Confused. Randy Floyd, you got a serious attitude problem.
Okay. I can't picture that guy. I think I saw that movie once years ago when it was relevant.
Only once?
Yeah.
I have
Bless you,
one
get your shit
other
together,
option, and it's the principal from Breakfast Club, Richard Vernon,
Yeah?
or whatever. You mess with the bull, you get the
The
horns.
horns.
Yeah,
That guy could be like the disciplinarian
You can see it.
type.
Tom. I think I like your Tom. Was it Tom Wilson?
Tom
right?
Wilson,
Tom
and
Wilson.
I think
also
the Tom Wilson pick better.
he's a comedian,
yes.
so he's
He
gonna.
was funny.
He
And
can
he's also
work
starred
into
in the failed pilot Turner and Hooch as the Turner character, which is true and covered on my other podcast
is
called Couch Minutes.
accurate.
He took
Won't
the
you join
Hanks
him?
role, huh?
In the serene blue skies.
But I can't picture your guy because I can't remember a Days and Confused.
There's some people I went deep cut on.
It
And
obviously,
he
yeah, for
is
sure.
a epitome of a football coach to me. Southern football.
obviously
coach.
rang a bell in your head.
Yeah.
All right,
I mean, this is pre John Voight and Varsity Blues, so
Now you're gonna do the next one here.
I am.
I'm gonna say that this might be the most important character. That
Okay.
might sound weird to you guys, but I got a lot of information, a lot of thoughts going forward. I think this is the number one guy.
All right. At Clayton and Son Funeral Home, Fester Clayton understands not only the entrepreneurial world,
Pretty good.
but the spirit world as well. He proves it with his constant broadcast over public access TV that becomes a continuous part of the background of each episode. Son of Fester, Carter Clayton, is a 6'4" pimple-faced teenager who resembles a walking, talking hormone. He's a walking, talking hormone. Hey guys!
Hi!
Hi! I'm Carter Clayton.
Okay.
Okay,
I don't
so Carter
Fester.
Clayton. Do you guys have picks for this?
You damn right.
Okay, wow, this is impressive that you came ready for. I can't get over it. Who do you have for Carter?
Blake Clayton.
Blake Clayton. For Carter Clayton,
Yeah.
you'd have to pimple him up a little bit.
Jonathan Brandis.
Oh, R.I.P. Actually, Sasha Mitchell, because he is
Another
Tall
Dazed
and
and
talented.
Confused guy.
This is the
No,
guy.
it's not.
Hold
No.
on. Sasha Mitchell
Different
was,
set-
was he the
you're
guy
thinking-
from Step by Step?
bingo. Cody.
Cody,
Oh,
the surfer dude.
I know what
Okay.
Sasha you're thinking of.
Yes.
He was also in Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Okay.
Wasn't he?
He was the thin freshman, the real skinny freshman.
I think
kid,
so,
right?
yeah.
No.
But no, he wasn't. But the guy you're talking about is like the cousin from Step by Step,
Yeah.
who's the
Had the
surfer.
sick van.
Yeah, he's like even though they were based in like Milwaukee, Wisconsin, like he was like the
Very-
California.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and he lived in the van in the driveway.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, wow, that's good. Ooh,
He's got the height. Take away the surfer voice, obviously.
you're gonna tell me 6'4"? That really narrows the field.
Yeah.
that guy is a tall dude.
Yeah. Yeah. There's not a whole lot you can do with that.
And Step by Step was like probably like 90 to 96.
Yeah.
92, 96.
Early to mid '90s.
So he would fit
I
age-wise
think
and
it
height-wise.
parked its last season on CBS somehow.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So what about Fester?
Ooh, that's easy.
Derek, please.
Jerry Van Dyke.
Okay, you think... So...
Wow. He could have been with a leggy woman. I'm not very tall.
I'm just saying.
And I'm with a leggy gal.
Hey, Coach
he was too busy playing
like 6 months a year.
He was Luther at that time, right?
Luther on Coach, yeah. R.I.P. And then he's like, I got 6 months to Coach. In the other 6 months per year, I should start my own appliance store.
I just see him being too old to have a teenage son.
Maybe.
I disagree.
All right.
I disagree.
Maybe so, but I like the idea. Because, when you think of a
Tony Randall had kids into his 80s.
Fire and brimstone kind of guy, you think of an older fella.
Yeah.
And that's Jerry Van Dyke.
Okay, so you said you think this might be, like, the most important character. Do you wish to elaborate?
You want me to elaborate? Okay.
I think I know where you're going with
I'll tell you, okay, I'm going to break it down. I thought a lot about this, and we'll get into it more later.
Sure. Yeah, just a little tease, because this is probably where the YouTube video is going to end after this. So, bring it home strong.
Okay. So, later in some of these setting paragraphs and some of these treatments of the actual episodes, they talk about how in the background, you always have a public access, you have a TV on to public access TV.
Mm-hmm.
And who is on it but Fester Clayton? He's always giving kind of like a sermon. And it's always on. Like, always on. Like, it's the only thing on public access.
Is it like the Existo movie?
How so?
Remember there was that,
that guy. Yes, yeah, that weird preacher character. I think so. I think a little bit like that. I like the idea.
Put your hand to the screen.
I like the idea of, like, we don't use all of these characters in every episode.
Oh, there's no way they could all be in every episode.
We don't need a D and E storyline. I can understand.
We barely need a B sometimes.
Well, I don't know. I think there's some clever writing that can be done, but we don't need to have every character in every episode.
Yeah.
But if we can have Fester in every episode in the back on the TV, I would like him to set the theme.
Yeah,
each
he's the glue.
Yeah. Like I when we like it's time to watch Lima Beans, black screen.
Mm-hmm.
I want a quote from Fester in white font up on the screen, and then a lot of the quote fades away, and what's left in that quote is the name of the episode.
Okay.
And then we have Lima Beans, and then throughout the show we have him almost as the oracle. Or this Shakespearean...
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
There is no spoon.
Like, he is... Right. I want him as kind of the... Not necessarily the narrator, but kind of giving us the themes and the morals of the show in the background. We don't have to always agree with what he's saying.
Oh, sure. He could be radical.
Yes, he can be absolutely radical. We don't have to agree with it, but he kind of brings it home and wraps it together. And we don't ever hardly have to see this person in person. We don't have to ever...
I was thinking the same thing. Like, the only one we need to see more in person would be Carter.
The son.
You don't have to see Fester interacting with
he'll
everybody.
wander in the background of Fester's, like, broadcast. Like, Dad...
Sure, maybe.
Are you... Knock it off.
Or maybe he's a cameraman. Maybe he's shooting for his dad.
Could be.
But we don't... Like, there might be an episode where someone does die in town, and we have to go to the funeral home, and we see Fester face to face. But I think...
I think he shows up face to face. Like, you wait 4 episodes.
It doesn't happen very often.
Yeah,
but he is in every episode as kind of this like crappy reception on the TV in the back, and he has a theme. This guy, I really do think, is very important to the whole story.
The person I had in mind for Fester, and it may have just been the funeral home connection and Ernest Scared Stupid, but I'm thinking of the guy who played Tom Tulip, who took Gaylord's place. Because, we could possibly work that guy into this show, and he's of that age. He may be a little too silly, but I may just be thinking of that specific role in Scared Stupid, telling, like, the goofy jokes or whatever. Just depending upon how he's written,
I got some ideas about what do you think, though, about that casting choice?
Yeah.
It could work?
Yeah, definitely.
This is what I like about it, is that he's a fat guy.
Yeah.
Right? And
it needs to be somebody who's not skinny.
I like
Jerry Van Dyke's got a little bit of meat on his bone.
Yeah, he's
old.
Not
a fat ass.
He's old and he's a chubby guy. But, like, the Tulip brother, like, he's a fat dude, And it probably doesn't hurt that like a fat guy would be real sweaty and giving his
has to
passion.
towel off.
Yes.
No.
It doesn't have to be like a brother love character from the WWF.
I love you.
It can be in a similar vein, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
I really do think this character is very important.
I agree with you.
All right, well, hopefully you all agree with us as well, and you can stay tuned to the YouTube channel for further updates and videos. Be sure to smash that like button. Subscribe.
Give it hell.
You need to treat that like button like it's some scrawny white boy in a convenience store dropping the N-word, and you need to whack it like you're holding so much twisted tea.
And guess what? The graphics on these videos aren't going to get any better.
Dang.
I already upgraded my phone. I don't do video editing. There's not going to be any crazy title cards unless one of these guys start doing that. Until then, we're just recording the videos on my phone, and we put them on the YouTubes for you to watch. I watch it on my TV. It looks fine.
It's fine.
It gives you guys an idea of what's to come.
It's fine.
And there's a lot more to come. So be sure to stay tuned for the full episode of Lima Beans Part 1 coming to your favorite podcast app very soon. Or depending upon when you watch it, it's already out now. Bye.